many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
The play brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 16 yards there. A Tennessee first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Carry for Henry. Joe Hayden there to bring him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
All right, let's put the check mark on the defensive side of the ledger there. Really nice tackle by the man in the middle. But why was he able to get that done? Because he has 4 down linemen in front of him, 2 tackles, 2 ends. And what they often try to do is create what we call a funnel. Right to the man in the middle linebacker, who often leads his team in tackles.
And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it, and they got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Deontay Johnson.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Eric Ebron.
23 yards on the play.
23 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he... Their big tight end is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kalen Ballage, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Khalif Raymond now. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
Titans nothing.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 9:55. 9:55. Too low. Cut. 9:55.
On 1st down, Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check right. Watch it, let's go, defense. Man up.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's run in by Adam Humphries. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. running from the gun with Henry. And he's got some space here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Titans, first down.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. The Titans were #1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's first and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks him. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
First and 10.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 3-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll run here with Dodge. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunate for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They run it with Blanche. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier. He was bidding for a 2nd. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown.
Chase Claypool. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Toss play to Melage. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain.
Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 10.
5-yard line.
Now Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over 1st.
That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops. and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Touchdown, Juju Smith-Schuster. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
The Steelers.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start with a give here to Ballard. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now Ballard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And a Steeler first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
A draw play now. Ballard unable to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
They'll stay on the ground. Ballage again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 38.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Vance McDonald.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check right. Watch it, divide. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
For the extra point.
We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Deontay Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run. The toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. First before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 8. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. 2nd and 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action.
39-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. They'll set up the screen to Balazs. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Anthony McFarland, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
5-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Tannehill's pass intended for Khalif Raymond. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Big Ben of the Steelers with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
On the stop.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and when the offensive line is executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
At his own 49.
The Steelers on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He may try and run for this. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward of him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. And
my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And they'll